So let me tell you something, Adam. Why returning customer rate is so important. If you have a 20% returning customer rate, you have basically a bowl of water that is empty, that is ripped and on the what do you call it? That's what that is.
It's filling a bucket of water that has holes.
I want the verb, but it's true. So you have a bottle of you have a gallon of water that has holes in it. So literally, like you're acquiring customers, but the LTV is so little. However, if you have a 70% returning customer rate, by the way, this client in specific, it's a very nice case study, by the way. We kept on getting them new clients, around 300 new customers every single month. 300 new customers every single month. The month after, 300 customers. The month after, 300 orders. The month after, 300 orders. And those 300 orders are new orders every single month. The reason why we weren't able to scale is not because of ads. Ads were fucking fatigued to the extreme extent because it was a gallon of water with holes. If they had a 70% returning customer rate, we could have went from 300, 600, 900, more than 1,000 customers every single month recurring because of the returning customer rate. Just imagine the impact of a very small strategy or a very small tweak in the product, the design, the branding, the customer experience, etc., 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 on the results. So yeah,
For brands who are watching this video, you just think that the problem is in ads and marketing, but you just gotta look back with that fucking shit that you're running. Like this guy has a 20% return customer rate. Like that's bad on a subscription-based product. So
exactly.
this is where you can go back to the drawing board. So okay, ads are working, marketing is fine. Try to actually statch up or like fill or like cover those holes in that bottle or that whatever
Adam,
to
there's something that people need to know.
prevent leakage.
E-commerce e-commerce store owners think that, oh, it's all about the marketing, the ads. I should do good marketing, I should do great ads, and I'm gonna win. That's not the case. That's not how you build a company. That's not how you build $1 million business. You build $1 million business by creating something that gives value to the market. How do you do that? It's not through ads, it's through actually giving a product that people want to buy every month. I want to buy that product every single month for 2 years. That's how you create value. That's how you go from $10,000 revenue per month to $1 million revenue per month. So people need to understand it's not just about ads, it's not just about marketing, it's about every single detail that the customer feels, interacts with, every single person the customer talks to. It's literally everything you do. It's the whole brand, it's the whole experience, it's everything. It's not just the ads, not just the website, not just the conversion rate optimized website. So yeah, that's mainly it.
This is an amazing because a lot of uh, people watching this video can resonate. What is the sort of action step to them to recover or like try to bump that customer retention from 20 to 30, 40, 50? Like what is,
So
in your
let me
opinion?
tell you, with this customer, for example, with this client, what we did was we told him, look, we're doing our job to the best of our abilities. We're getting you new, like hundreds and hundreds of clients, customers every single month that can be recurring customers, but you literally are adding holes onto that gallon. So you have a gallon, we're pouring water into that gallon, a shit ton of water, but the client is still keeping the holes. I'm not gonna say adding holes. They're not just close the goddamn hole. So just like literally tape it. Like just don't let water flow out of the gallon.
I'm gonna break down the details. I'm gonna break down the details, Adam. So one strategy we applied for this client is after we noticed that the returning customer rate is 20%, which is very little, as Sinan has mentioned, we installed a trained sales rep. This sales rep from Horizon was calling every single customer that had ordered from this brand for like the past 2 years. We ran the study across a pool of maybe 200, 300 people. Not every customer, but every new customer that tested this product and took this product. So, do you know, Adam, who's the best person to decide whether or not this product is actually good?
Definitely the people you sell to customers.
Exactly. My opinion doesn't matter. Sinan's doesn't matter. The brand owner does not matter. Like his opinion does not matter. The customer is the G. He's the person who decides. So We got all those numbers into an Excel sheet. We ran the data. I wish I could show you the pie chart, but I'm not sure I have access to it. Here's when we realized that there were problems in this brand.
Basically, the problem was there was a product. This product is subscription based, so it's a product you buy every single month. It's a product you use every single day. And like, I wish the problem was they used it for a whole month and stopped buying it. No, the problem was they bought it and didn't even use the product. Like, Jimmy can elaborate on this.
Exactly. I'm going to expand further on that. Some people, they brought the product and tried it for once, then never ever consumed it. Other people got the product, did not even use it. Other people stopped halfway. Other people tried for a month, then did not see results. But guess what? It's not the client's fault that they not use it the right way. It's always the brand's fault, which is why e-commerce brand owners watching this video, you should always take full responsibility and accountability for anything you're doing. So what we did is, literally, you're not going to believe what I'm just about to say. Since it's a product that they should be consuming daily, one of the things we did, yeah, you're literally going to be shocked. We wrote a contract between the person and the person the moment they receive the product that they're going to be using this product for 30 days consecutively, consistently, without missing one single day. Like,
Wow.
my name is, for example, Jimmy. I'm X years old. I'm going to be consuming this like I hereby, we use some legal jargon so it could be more fun. Then they sign. Like, that's one piece of commitment that the customer does. Another thing, to increase the chances of them actually consuming it daily, we also included a calendar with the packaging. Like, every time you take this product, check the day that you did. Then we also created a community, which is a community amongst every single subscriber that has purchased from this brand, which are thousands of people. So imagine waking up every day, which is part of your morning routine. You check the group and or the community on WhatsApp or Instagram, and there's a new like article related to what you're selling, and people who are engaging. So, did you take your X product today? Yes, 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 yes. You're gonna feel left out if you do not actually tick yes and go consume this product. So these are key three strategies that we came up with that these are three main strategies that boosted the returning customer rate. You were asking us, Adam, like, what's a direct action step? I just gave you like a real life case study of what the brand should be doing. And they did that thanks to us and thanks to the audit we made by calling every single customer and getting real raw feedback. So that's
Guys,
it.
I think Josh Snow, who is the owner of Snow Brands Teeth Whitening, they did an interview with him. That's the first thing that he said. And he always preaches that in every story, every reel, calling up your customers. He used to call that. His brand was doing 1 million a month. He used to call up each customer.
So
So,
I'm
so
gonna
that's an
add
amazing
something.
input.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I was saying that's an amazing input to bump that numbers from 20 to whatever.
It is. And to add to that, so mainly for the people watching, the problem wasn't the ads, the problem was the marketing. Although the founder of this brand thought that it was the ads, thought that no, we should do more creatives, we should do this, we should do that. It wasn't the ads, it wasn't the marketing. The problem was the product itself, the product in and of itself. So the ads were doing their jobs, their job. The ads were doing the job. Clients were coming in, customers were buying. A lot of people were buying every single month. New customers coming in. However, people weren't consuming the product after the first 3 days, and it's a product you should consume for 2 months straight. After 3 days, they used to drop the product. So the problem was the product itself, the customer experience. To summarize, it was the problem was the customer experience, the product itself, the benefits, the tiny details that would incentivize and motivate the person to actually consume the product and take it for 30 days. And once they do, once the person takes or consumes the product for 14 days at least, that's when they see results. If they don't do that, they won't see results, which means they won't like the product, which means they would think it's a bad product and not buy it again because they saw no results. So if you can just incentivize them the way we did, using the tiny incentives, the contract, etc., to actually consume the products past 14 days, you could allow them to see the benefits, see the results, and consume the product for 30, 60, 90, or even a whole fucking year.
And guys, a golden equation would be Hormozzi's value equation, which is literally increasing not only the perceived life of achievement, but like reducing the effort and sacrifices and reducing the time delay of getting results. So one fourth strategy we applied, which I had forgotten, is changing the way, like, let's assume the product was a drink. We converted it into another form, which is a pill, which makes people see results faster from a chemical perspective. So also we had to tell the brand owners to run a lot of research, consult a lot of experts, so they can come up with the best formula for people to consume.
This is amazing again because a lot of brands can really resonate. One of the biggest pain points of brand owners is actually keeping and retaining customers. So the case study that we just uncovered and action steps towards it, this is perfect. Right. So I know we're moving on to sections here, but it really caught my interest that we just landed on a topic and we stayed on that and we literally ditched ads and marketing. I just want to ask you, in your opinion, why do you think this is a topic a lot of e-commerce brands should stress on? Like, why do you do this? Like, why did we actually cover that? Spent about 25, 30 minutes talking about this.
That's a great question. If we spent 25 minutes talking on this, imagine how many hours we spent working on. And I'm gonna tell you why we did this. That's a really amazing question. So what we apply on brands is something we apply on us, on Horizon. For Horizon, if the brand has an empty bucket, an empty hole, I mean, if the brand has a hole in a bucket of water, it's my responsibility to tell them, hey, this is a problem. I'm doing it for two reasons. So I can increase the LTV of that brand. Focus on what I'm saying, by the way. I'm doing my own benefit, which is retaining the client so I can get more sales, pay for my retainer, and get amazing results. How do I get to that if he has a core business problem? So I'm solving his problem. The same way this guy, let's assume the company's name is ABC. This ABC brand had a problem, which is their customers were not seeing results. So how can they retain the customer if they do not solve the customer's problem? That's the first point. A second point answering your question would be, well, Adam, to be very frank with you, we're in the business of making people money. We're not here to shoot fancy content and maybe do some cool editing, running some ads. I mean, any agency in the world can do that. But name 5 agencies in the world that actually make you money, that actually solve your business problem. So Horizon was invented by business people for business people. Did I answer your question?
I resonated a lot, and I think a lot of viewers watching this video can stress on one thing. 99% of agencies are shit, but depends on like that 1% that really matters. And I think you guys fall into that category. So yeah, question has been
Thank you, man.
answered.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, man. Amazing, man. Back to Sinan. The ball is in your hands. Where do you think we can move on from this section? Is there any any key component that we should discuss
All
other
right,
than
so yeah, basically, all right, so basically, how do you actually audit a website? Like, this website is fairly decent compared to the traffic that they're getting, but how do you actually know if the website is performing or not? You need to actually look at the conversion rate. The conversion rate should be above 1% at least. At least. You need to actually look also at add to carts. So sometimes we face problems with conversion rate. Once we face problems with conversion rate, or we actually want to improve on conversion rate, what we look at, the first metric would be add to carts. You might have 1,000 add to carts, but 50 conversions. This means there's a problem at the checkout stage. So if everyone is adding to cart, but no one is purchasing, then the stage between add to cart and the purchase is problematic. There's a problem there. So you dive down into that. Sometimes we face a problem with no conversions. Why that might be the case? Here we go into testing. We test, is it the CRO? Like, should we do conversion rate optimization on that website? Is it the price or is it the product? So sometimes the price is too high. So the owner prices the product too high to a point where the conversion rate of the website decreases, the amount of sales decreases, the cost per acquisition increases. Because all right, so I'm going to give you an example. I'm going to give you a very important example. If I got you 2 people into your website, so 2 people, and the price was $10 and both bought, you got 2 people who bought. If I got you 2 people into your website and the price was $35 and one bought, You just lost one customer. If that customer didn't buy, it won't be recorded on Meta Ads as a cost per acquisition because they didn't buy, which means the cost it took you to get those two people into your website is now one purchase, not two. This is why the cost per acquisition increases if the price is wrong, if the price is too high, everything is bad. The CTR is good because the ad is getting people into your website, but no one is purchasing. That's how you know it's not an ads problem, it's a website problem. It might be a price problem, it might be a conversion rate problem on the website, it might be the product problem. Like literally, people are going into the website, oh, that's a shitty product. I don't want to buy it. So they don't buy it. This means you can get insane, like good ads, amazing CTR. Everyone is going to your website. You have a million visitors a month. The product is bad. The price is too high. You lost.
Exactly. Adam, how much value do you want me to give? Because I have two value bombs. If you tell me to drop them, I'm gonna do that. Or should we tell them about it in the course? What do you think?
I think uh I think it's time to drop some fucking value right
You
now.
sure?
I'm 100% sure.
More than that.
I'm certain.
All right, man. So once you're in this space, one thing drastically increases, which is your own self-awareness. I'm gonna give you an example. There's a brand that dropped, I think it was a tooth floss or something. Like we slept one day, woke up the other. There are 5 to 7 or maybe 10 brands advertising for the same product. I wanted to buy, but after I saw all of those ads, I was like, I literally was hesitant and did not know what to choose, which brand. They're all the same. So one thing I thought, because I'm thankfully self-aware, is if one brand had actually studied their avatar and studied the market and realized that, oh, my target audience are seeing 20, like tens of ads, then maybe one ad creative, which is going to be a good one that I should write, which is okay. If the brand had thought to itself that maybe we should write one script about this specific avatar, which is lost and does not know from which brand to choose, and convince me that they're actually the ones that I should choose, I would have purchased from this brand instead of not purchasing at all. So you have to analyze your audience, what they might be going through at this specific time that you're advertising in. Makes sense?
That definitely makes sense. Is there an extension of that? Like, do you want to expand more on that? Like,
Um, Not really. It's simply just analyzing your competition, what they're doing. And since 10 brands are promoting, then your avatar is gonna be lost between all the options. So your ad should stand out in a way to tackle this specific point. Okay? Another value bomb I wanted to tell you about, something Sinan was discussing. Listen, man, we do a lot of outside the box shit that no one's
right.
willing to do. And that 5% of actions that you're not willing to do are the things that are gonna make you stand out because literally 95% of people are not doing. So instead of just retargeting, email marketing, hey, John, you left your cart, I'm gonna tell you something about sales, which is something we also do in our agency. Once someone leaves your cart, once someone leaves your cart, you don't know why the fuck they left it. And you cannot suddenly decide, that would be very arrogant from you as an owner to assume that this person left because he did not get a discount. Guess what? Maybe they don't like the fucking product. Maybe they don't need it. Maybe they're waiting for a friend of theirs and they're waiting for their WhatsApp message. And maybe they want to order all at once to one pickup location, for example. And why did I give this specific example? Because it's a response that I personally heard with my ear. Wait, okay. Because that's a response I personally heard from a customer because I was doing the calls myself, which is for another brand. Like, hey, and with the right tonality, we warm called those leads that left the cart. Hey, is this Adam? Adam is gonna be like, yeah, that's me. What's up? Who is it? It's just Jimmy from ABC store. I think you were adding our product to cart, and then you pause. This is going to trigger curiosity. And by human behavior, it's going to trigger the person to start explaining without you asking them and being a pushy sales rep. And they're just going to tell you why they left the cart. And 90% of times, yes, 9 times out of 10, you're going to realize that they're going to tell you the real reason. It might be the price, might be the product, might be the timing, might be a lot of things. And here, you as a professional sales representative, you should be skilled enough to convert that objection into a sale. And that's why email marketing works, but it's not that accurate because you cannot know the real objection and the real concern. So that's value bomb number 2. I recommend watching it again so you could actually get it inside your head, because literally no one on YouTube talks about that shit. No one.
A lot of brands are wondering right now. It's like, yeah, what you said is true, but is it scalable though? Like the reason why people go to email marketing is like they can get a large amount of answers like in a night. This requires like a phone number and then a person calling and dedicating time. What do you think? Like when should they apply this? At which phase? Is it like product testing phase, or like dropping in a customer retention phase, or like some shit happened like they're not aware of? Where should they apply this specifically?
Okay, I'm gonna tell you. To begin with, numbers don't lie. When did I start telling you about this strategy? It's when Sinan was discussing the percent, like the drop-off rate at the checkout page, for example. If the
Right.
number is too high, it means like which is gonna be more expensive? Hiring a setter or like hiring a sales rep that's gonna call a few like a few hundred leads, that's gonna take him maybe 10 days, or spending shit ton of money on ads, not knowing why exactly are they dropping off. That's the first point to consider. A second point would be, I think you can, at first you need to do it the traditional way I was telling you that no one else does. Why? Because you cannot push email sequences with messages and selling points that you don't know they're gonna actually convert. So once you have the real feedback, like the real raw feedback from customers that left the checkout page, that's where you can actually start pushing emails. In addition, that's another value bomb. You can use all of those reasons why people left the cart and boom, use it in the retargeting for the next 6 months, because you know that's the exact reason why they're not buying. It might not be the price. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I do understand now. Okay, that's perfect. Um, I think a lot of brands are, especially in the phases of the follicular phase, I'd like to call it, between 50 to 100K. They just don't want to call their customers. They're just going in and like spending more money on ads. They've never tried it. Like I've never seen this strategy been said before. Very rarely, maybe on some reel and shit. So yeah, I think all like people watching this video are kind of like intrigued of what this advice is all about, but this actually works. We've applied this. This works, and that's the reason why a lot of brands are falling behind on their fulfillment. Like you're not calling your customers. Your
Yeah,
product is shit. You're not calling customers. Stop sending those shitty emails. Stop spending more money in ads. Stop filming more creatives if your product is shit, right? If you're not even calling your customers, at least a couple of hundred times a month. So I would have someone dedicated, as Jimmy said, to call those customers up, pay him, I don't know, like full time or half time. But I'll also send emails at the same time. Keep the system rolling. But yeah, the real feedback is when it's on the phone. So yeah, definitely agree.
definitely.
In this video, we're going to cover secret methods to skyrocket your customer retention rate.